This is not a typical deadlift form video. In this video, I will take care of 3 practical aspects of the deadlift and the deadlift training that can help you to achieve your goal. Deadlift forms videos are great, they can help you improve quality of the lift and overall numbers pretty much immediately. But in today's video, we assume you've already done that and you're supposed to have a decent deadlift by now. So here we're gonna find ourselves a little bit more ahead than a beginner stage, and we would like to improve numbers on the deadlift. We need to get stronger, so we need to look at first what we are starting from and how to reorganize, adapt the training program. So guys, my name is Umberto, you're on Umaxfitness. On this channel we mainly talk about barbell lifts and how to do it safely. If that's something that you're passionate about, do not forget to hit the subscribe button so you can help the channel grow. So the first aspect we're gonna check is your coordination and synchronization of the lift. The idea is that you basically are able to analyze how your push-pull motion is happening during the lift. When you hire a professional, a personal trainer or any other fitness professional, they will basically analyze how your deadlift happens in the real time. So you will perform a repetition in front of those professionals and they will give you straight away a feedback on what you're supposed to improve. Now, I assume you don't have this luxury. If you're watching this video, you're possibly looking at the way to do DIY your fixes, and so you're gonna have to do it yourself. How? My advice is to record yourself, you record your deadlift on different angles. So you're gonna have the most important is the side, possibly a little bit higher as well. Make sure that the camera is aligned though, so you wanna have a good view of what is happening during your deadlift. If you have a slow motion, maybe that will help too. And then you're gonna basically review what is happening during your lift. You should not do that really with a lightweight, simply because it won't display any weaknesses. What you want to do is reach at least an 80-85%, maybe even 90% of your max and give it a try. And try to record as many reps as possible under this heavy load. If you need to do singles or doubles, that's fine, that's perfectly okay, but that will give you opportunity to see where you display your weaknesses. What you want to look at is what is happening exactly when the weight gets heavy. Are you lifting with your back? Are you pushing enough? Are you tilting forward? There are lots of things that you need to correct, but that one, it will be a very important feedback for you, because now we know what you need to work on and what you need to do for the next stage. So now you have a very important material available to your disposal. The idea is that you review the video and start to identify things that don't go right, okay? You ask yourself, what was the hardest part of the deadlift in that case? So when you look at it, you will be able to somehow recognize issues and move on to the second aspect, the second stage of this video, which is adding the right assistance exercises into your program. So let's say, for instance, you see that you're struggling to get the weight off the floor when you deadlift. That's possibly an ideal cue for you to add a deficit deadlift and improve that bottom position by making it worse. Obviously, you're not going to need to go as heavy. We're going to look at intensity and volume a little bit later, but you now identified an issue and you have a possible option. If, for example, you're struggling to lock out the weight at the top, so your hips doesn't get completely straight, you're going to have to look at the different exercises, maybe a rack pull or hip thrust, and things that can really focus on that part of the lift so you can improve it, only that. Let's move on to the third part of this video, so the third tips really I can give you. You know more or less what is wrong with your deadlift, you see it, you analyze it. You now recognize what you need to add to your program, and this is time now to add those exercises, to plug them into what you're already doing in your workout plan. The other question that is going to come up is how much should you do and how often. The idea is now that you're going to reorganize everything and you start to add the exercise on different days. When you reorganize a program, there are a few things that you need to look at that are basic rules for any other programs, for any other exercise. You're going to have to look at the volume, you're going to have to look at intensity, and you're going to have to look at the recovery. All those three things, they need to be available, they must be in a very well balanced program. Otherwise, you're gonna end up actually going backward. You might burn out, your quality of the lift is not gonna improve, and you possibly end up overdoing it or underdoing, and so it's not gonna give you the results that you're expecting. If improving deadlift numbers is something really important to you, I suggest you to go for a 3 times a week training. Obviously, we're not going to be going very heavy 3 times a week, but the idea is that you're going to do a little bit more work, a little bit more technique focused work, so you can actually then transfer that on your heavy lift. This is something that I would personally do. I will do 1 day a week, really heavy sets. So we're gonna go for very heavy reps, heavy sets, and we're gonna try to keep the volume a little bit low here. You're possibly gonna do a 5x2 or 6x2, so the volume is gonna be not an issue here. You're not trying to do many reps, but the intensity will be really high. The second day, you're gonna focus on volume now. You're gonna do a 5x5, very classic, or 4x6, and this is ideal for an accessory exercise, something that can help improve your main deadlift. And then add a third day where you do more technique work. It could be a speed related, it could be focus on a specific portion of the lift, but again, you're gonna go a little bit lighter here, even up to 6 to 8 reps, and it's gonna give you opportunity to, yes, practice an exercise that you're trying to improve, but it's not gonna give you too much pressure to the point that you cannot actually recover from this third day. If you think your deadlifting needs a little bit more work on the form and it requires a bit more information, you're not sure about what to do, please go and check out this playlist here. This is our deadlift playlist. It's all dedicated to the deadlift, and if there is something that you find useful, please let us know. It will make us really happy to know if we are helping you out. That's it, guys. That was all for today. I hope I give you some good piece of information, and I will see you again on the next one. Ciao!